Hi, everybody. This is Dr. J, Professor of Biotechnology. I'm streaming live from Long Island, New York, and Oakland, California. Hey,
I don't
today
think
is
you like.
not a great day for biotechnology, yet that's the theme today, Biotech Tuesday. Maybe every Tuesday, we're going to dedicate to biotech only from now on. What do you think of that?
Well, that's a way to make sure I'm here every Tuesday.
Okay.
So that's all I buy. That's all I buy.
Yes, that's all you buy.
Yeah.
It's a passion.
Yeah. With us
Well,
so far is Jiggly, and Jiggly is us
Oh, very nice.
because we're late. Not only are we late, but apparently we're very, very late.
there we go. Cat's there too. I see it now. We got a,
Yeah.
So,
we got our
Hey,
audience.
Cat, good to see you.
Jiggly, good job waiting.
Jiggly is
Yeah.
Jiggly is bargain hunting.
See if you can beat that.
Bargain
Someone
hunting.
stock buying and selling.
I did the exact same thing as that today.
Masood Kadir is stuck in the muck in AUPH. Pray for a buyout.
Well, that's what we're waiting for, isn't it?
Buyout. There's all kinds of buyout rules on Orenia Pharmaceuticals.
My rule is if you're
That'll
praying
get you
if
out
you're
of the
praying
hole.
for a buyout, you should probably not be in the stock.
That's true. You make a good point, John. Oh, we've been upgraded to gentlemen.
Oh, very
By
nice.
Rishi. Rishi gave us an upgrade. That's nice.
I'll take
Hey,
it.
Kamal.
Hello.
Okay, trading going on. AXL, TX Sport. Today I did a little trading. I sold all my CTXR, as did Man. I also sold all my Tandem for a 13-point gain on a swing trade. I was really looking for 15 points, but considering the condition of the market, I just ended my trade. Let's see what other people did today. So UP and WTO. Rishi.
OCUP. Occufire Pharma. Huh.
Emergency use pending on HGen. All right, we'll give it a look. Put HGen on the list.
Okay.
Should we add it to DMTK? Oh, he will when it's sub 40.
I like the HGen chart. It looks good. Nice.
I've been in and out of that for each for nice game.
DraftKings.
According
DraftKings
to
is
the
a
hedge
buy.
fund, the hedge is a big short. We're not talking not. We're not going to discuss DraftKings other than the fact that Jiggly is asking that question.
Yeah, well, I hope not, because I'm in it pretty deep.
You know, we all have our favorites that we seem to make money with. We could do TGTX. One of my favorites that I make money with is AEMD. I've done it about 4 times. Another one of my favorites is HGen. So let's take a look at it. Let's get to the to the screen share and take a look at some of these charts. I clicked on share screen. Come on. It's not cooperating. There we go. Better. This looks better. You want to start with HGen?
Might as well.
Yeah, we can do that if they have the
Let's start
news
Before
ending.
we forget.
Yeah. Start with HGen. The S&P is down 5 points in second, and the Dow has come all the way back to down 68. So we may not start out around.
Yeah, Sean is here.
Screen freeze or something?
Yeah, I think he's been having a little internet trouble. So
Hmm.
I think it really is all about sharing the screen, because if you notice, his charts aren't even up there.
Yeah.
A bit of time. In the meantime, we could chat about other things. I think he's back.
Okay.
You're not seeing the screen?
No, now we can, but it paused out for like a minute.
And yeah, we're still not at the charts yet.
It froze again.
Jiggly can't see me because I'm hiding.
Yeah, it's very, very slow. Very slow today, the internet.
EST.
U.S. markets close in 1 hour, 11 minutes. I hope we can get the screen up before then. If the screen up before.
Yeah, otherwise we're going to have to do this all orally.
Let's see if it. Sometimes it fixes itself. Sometimes. It's down 40 cents at about 20 bucks even, 2012 on the day. And emergency use authorization is, let's see the chart. Well, we had this big spike to $29.20 on early March. And since then, we came back down almost really to form a double low, with the low from 325. 325's low is 1232. And we had another low after that big spike on April 20th. And that was 1327. So we have a nice double low down around 12.5 bucks.
Can you take the comment off the screen?
Have a comment?
Actually, do this first before you do that.
Oh yeah, true.
Let's at least get one stock in.
I don't see a comment, but maybe I just can't see. But we have a double low here, and it's way below what it's trading at, but it's still interesting enough to draw it, I think. So this is a very key low, and in fact, basically a double low. So we have nice support at 1237 and a little bit above that. We also have a sequence of higher lows. So we're starting with this low in April, March 25th. And then the next one is in April 20th, a higher low. Then we have another higher low on May 4th of 1590. And another higher low of 1650, May 13th. and another higher low, which found support at the 50-day on June 3rd at 1784.
Yeah. It's a great
So it
looking
is-
chart.
It is a great looking chart with about 5 higher lows going back to March 25th. So it is a great looking chart. And when it pulls back to support, it's been rallying each and every time.
Yeah. If you can break that 23, 24-ish, it could run pretty hard.
Yeah. I want to draw the trend line.
Yeah, this seems worth buying purely on that fact alone.
Just
Yeah.
from the
Even
chart.
not knowing anything about the company, because yeah, exactly that line is real
Yeah.
nice.
Just from the chart. And we also have a series of higher highs to go with it, of course.
Uh-huh. Nice channel, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're scared, you can swing it. If you wanted, you could stop it maybe in the 18-ish, 1850, and then
Right.
Well,
ride it to the moon.
we're towards the bottom end of the channel. Every time it touches or comes near the bottom end of the
Yeah.
channel,
Just buy.
yeah, it seems to just rebound. And you have some news pending. So it does look like an interesting play. I always like to pick it up in the middle of a big green candle, and we have one on June 7th, low of 1835, high of 21. So 18 to 21 is about $1.50, or about 1975, somewhere around there. Would be a very nice place to come in, which is just a quarter below where we are. So yeah, this is nice. Right about here might be a very nice spot, even a little lower, 1953. So now anywhere in the upper 19s looks attractive. We're approaching that 2009 on the day right now. Little, if you want to try to get a few pennies less, I don't blame you. If it looks like 1975 is probably attainable today, maybe today even. Showing a little weakness short term. I like it for a bounce. I'd like to buy it cheaper, but I like it for a bounce. As a swing trade, if you pick it up at where I drew the line, 1955, let's say, you could swing it to the upper end of the channel at around $24. That's what I think. So 1950, let's say 1975 to $24.
Nice.
Bad.
Yeah, I agree. That looks good.
And your downside is, just if it goes below the lower end of the channel, you take your loss. It's be a rather small loss, let's say 1850, about $1 on the downside to make $4 on the upside. I like those odds. Although I recently went into a swing trade that I took my loss. Sundial, I bought it 107. I got out at $1 today. I just decided not to wait for 97 cents, which was my actual stop loss. But that's not biotech, so we're not going to draw it. All right, let's take a look at.
Well, should we try to get the banner off or not even bother?
I'll try.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Otherwise, I wouldn't care.
Let's say Jiggly. What did Jiggly say lately? I don't know what he's talking about, but it's fine. Maybe HJ. All right, so let's go look at some of the ones that I had listed, like Tandem and CTXR. Let's
Yeah.
look at CTXR, which has a very nice pop today.
Definitely got to do
Of course,
VBIV
this
at
is
some point too.
the Veno
CTXR.
lock.
Oh, yeah, this
Veno
one.
catheter.
Yeah.
Look at the pop it had today. Of course, I sold it at 290 something. Man sold his at $3. We both sold a little too early, but it's always the case, right? All right. Now, will it come back down to it so I can get back in? I suspect it will. So I think it'll probably close this gap. It gapped open. I suspect it could come all the way back down to 275. It could.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to, of course. Does
If
not
it
have
shows
to.
strength
It's not a
and if
rule.
it shows strength at 3 though, maybe buy there.
Well, was there any news today on this? To give it a pop?
I
I'm
can check.
looking to get back in at 280. If I can't, I might consider nibbling right about here. At the open of trading today, which was 285. I think it's going to go below 3 again, but if you're really anxious for this, try the middle of the range at about 304. 302. But to chase it at this point is probably not a good move. Looks like it wants to come back a little bit. So the fundamentals, of course, are excellent. They're being added to the Russell something or other. Don't know if it's 3,000, 2,000, pick a number. Probably to 3,000. It's a beautiful trend line. We've been admiring this for some time. I've been buying it on almost a daily basis. So, I mean, taking profits, you got to do it sooner or later. Maybe we did it a little too early, but so be it. Made a nice profit. And psychologically, on a very down day, I wanted to cash in something. So maybe that contributed to my decision. The other one I cashed in was Tandem. I remember I've been telling you all along, I bought it at 80 and looking for 95. Well, I think I got 93. I aborted my swing trade a little early. Took my profit on Tandem. Watch it go to 103 now.
Yeah.
I bought it pretty near high of the day. My timing was not bad that way.
It's in a nice channel.
Unlike CTXR, which I messed it up. Could have gotten significantly better price. I just waited a little. The high of the day was 93.53. I sold about 93. Close to the high of the
This
day.
seems to be respecting its resistance, which is why it was not a bad move to bail, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was looking to get it's hard to challenge this candle at about 95. I was looking at 95 area. I thought I would get it, but I figured it wasn't worth it on a very down day. Let me just get out. So I aborted the trade. If I get back into it, I would get back in at the 50, like right about where this candle hit the 50. That would be a low $87. So 93 to 87 would be halfway down when I bought it originally. I think that's a good spot to get back in. to swing it at 1.4 to try to get that 95. I think 95 is very likely. Now the thing is, will I be correct that it's going to retreat before it goes to 95? Not sure, but it does.
According to Kramer, everything's going to be doing that for a little while.
87,
big June doldrums.
87.50 is an excellent place to get back in. It's got a lot of support here. So 87.50. If it drops down that low, I'm looking to get back in to hit that 95 level. I like Tandem. The fundamentals are excellent. The real life data is bearing out the trial data. So it is as good as they said it is. That's the good news. And I don't know what the bad news is, but there is no bad news.
Maybe there is no.
Yeah. So this is really a nice company to swing. If it comes back down to 87, looks like a beautiful swing setup. What about we check the IBB? I bought quite a chunk of that when I sold my Tandem. And the CTXR. Suddenly I had a lot of cash. So
you went into the index?
Yeah, I moved a lot of it into the index. Unfortunately, I moved it in just about where it is. I don't see myself making yet.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that 9-day becomes a nice little Zoom channel, but we'll see.
159.20 is what I paid to get in.
Yeah.
Virtually unchanged.
I mean, I'm just watching this number very carefully.
I started pulling it back to the green. It looked to me like a decent entry point. Also, the high of the day on not the high, the close of the day on 6/7 was 161. No, that can't be. The close was 158.28. So that looks like a good area of support to me. So I think I'm right about a point above support. The 9 could be support as well. And instead of racking my brains out for a particular stock, I figured, the hell with it, I'll just dump it in the averages in the index fund, in the IBD for a while.
What's that high from late April? Because that might be important too.
Yeah, this high from late April is.
Yeah, that's like right where we are now. Okay. Okay. I like this then. I like right now as an entry point.
159.37. Yeah, right now is what I'd liked it too, because look, there's support all the way back into March 17th at 159.30 and also March 16th.
Right.
So
and then
this extends all the way back. This line with support also there are a lot of touches back in January 8th. So there's a lot of history here at this particular level on the IBB, 159.20, 159.30. Please don't close below what I paid for it. It's psychologically bad for me.
From your mouth to God's ear, Dr. J.
Do not close below 159.20, please.
I've been on this roller coaster ride for a while. So, I'll take whatever God gives me.
Of course, it's silliness because a couple of pennies makes no difference.
Couple dollars.
Just so the psychology of the market. You want to feel you made a good trade. Well, it's got a nice trend line, and it's right at it's touching the trend line just about. So, it's very, very near the 9-day and the trend line. It's right at support. Probably should have bought more. Maybe I'll go back and buy another big chunk.
Yeah.
This one. I still got plenty of cash. All
Let's
right.
look at a couple of mine before I have to hop off.
Which one?
Yeah, I think
Which
we're actually asking for Alpha.
Which one?
Definitely VBIV. VBIV and Albo are the two that
Yeah,
I'm
a
most.
few have been asking for Alpha, so we can do that one too.
Yeah, and Jiggly just bought a ton of VBIV, so I got to make him feel better.
Well, you're gonna make yourself.
I bought some VBIV today as well. I figured, what the heck?
Yeah, no, I went in. I think I went in yesterday a little bit.
I love what the chart's doing exactly what I hoped it would do. It hasn't dipped back into the 370 range.
It's consolidating.
Exactly. I think we're going up to the 450 to 480 range within a week. That's my prediction.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because it aligns with the fundamentals perfectly and the technical. These are my favorite ones to chart when there's a upcoming catalyst.
Notice we're making new highs just about almost every day. Even today, which is a bad day, we made a new high over new recent high.
Yeah, this is an amazing chart.
At 426. So the only thing left to take out is the yearly high.
Yeah, you're going to want to take out that 483. Yeah, I've memorized all these at this point.
That's correct. That's really the next target for this one.
Yeah. And then after that, it's 520 from August, and then it's 693 from. I got my checkpoints.
So I don't need the chart. I just need you.
Exactly. Well, the chart says consolidation, and now instead of this being a $3 stock, now it's a $4 stock.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. We've been screaming this one since mid to high twos, so it's not bad.
And already came back almost midway, which I like on that green candle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And notice it stopped at this key level here back in 225. It hit a high of 382, and that was the low this day, I believe. Let's check.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I hadn't even seen that one.
The low yesterday was 383, so it coincided.
Oh, yeah. And then that 383 from January, that was when they put out some meaningless PR that just pumped and immediately sold out. Yeah, okay. Or 388.
388 in January, 150.
Yeah.
But this is a key level. So 382 is solid support, I believe, and the 9-day will hover right around that level too.
Mm-hmm.
So in the worst case, Jiggly will buy more at 382.
Yep, I bought more today at 397, I think, so I'm feeling good.
I buy more every day lately, so who cares? I don't even care if I get it at the lower today, higher today. The difference is meaningless.
Yeah.
I'm buying just a little relative to what I own, so it doesn't really make
Yep. COVID data is coming next week, I'm pretty sure. So this all makes sense. It's a run up into that.
Yeah. I spoke to Athesis for about a half an hour today with Karen Hannity, Investor Relations. So we should chart that one. But at first, let's do Albo. Albo, ALBO. The reason I called Karen is because MA texted me and wanted to know my opinion on Athesis, if I'm still in it, if I'm still high on it. So I wanted to hear what Investor Relations had to say and update my thinking. My thinking hasn't changed after talking to her for half an hour. The frustration is still there. Things don't move as quickly as we'd like them. Well, we'll talk about Athesis when we get to it. Meanwhile, we have a negative day on Vario Pharma, down $1.65 or 5% to 32.64, coming off a phenomenal run that started back here on 5/11. The low was 27.50. So it's a nice little run.
Yeah.
It's a big.
I added more today.
Well, I may still add more.
Yeah.
You don't see that? That's not an engulfing candle, huh? That last one?
Not quite. Not quite.
Oh, no, not engulfing. Just a nasty looking candle.
Yeah.
We don't
think-
like candles that look like this, but we do have support at the 50, at the 9 and at the 50. So support, you're looking at 31.79.
Right. And here
And
you
if
have
you
about a month. You have about a month till the catalyst, so I think you got time.
Yeah, it could pull back a little here, would be normal. Some people would say it's actually healthy, but I don't like to use that terminology when I'm losing money.
It's like
It's
eating
not
like
healthy.
raw broccoli today.
Yeah, not healthy for me. So the middle of this candle looks interesting. Right around 37.36, 31.36. So 31.36 is only a point and a quarter less, not even. Could come back down to that area very easily. Maybe a little higher than that. Maybe I didn't draw it perfect, but close enough. Yeah, I mean, or it could just stop at the 50, or it could just, you never know with these things, but the 50 is also a nice place for it to stop. And the 50 is, what is it? You could read 31.79, right? 31.79. Okay. 31.79 is a strong buy in Alberio Pharma.
Nice.
What's next?
Now you got to do your act.
Yeah, we can do Athersys.
A2.
Do NDRA.
Yeah. Or you can do BCRX too, yeah.
Athersys has not been a typical bio. It is not corrected. It is looking weak. The only thing that's good about it is it's at bargain prices, relatively speaking, over to what it's been trading at over the last 2 years, and we're getting nearer to catalysts, nearer to things that could move the stock in a positive fashion. First one coming out is COVID odds in Japan. So if that is phenomenal, you could see a nice pop almost any day now. But I personally don't know if it's going to be phenomenal. I don't have that higher hopes on it. And the other problem is it's an extremely small study, very small. Now, I cheated. I drew something that looks relatively good for Athersys.
No bias there.
No, I cheated because the bottom line is not a trend line. It's 2
Right.
points to not make a trend line. However, the top line does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So the top line is actually an upward trend line for the channel. So it's only mildly cheating. It's an optimistic point of view, which Dr. J likes to bring to the show. I don't like to express my pessimism, but on this one, I have on occasion expressed my frustration because I own this for like 8 to 10 years. It's getting on my nerves a little bit. But the good news is there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
The very small COVID trial in Japan has been filled, and we're waiting on the data to be announced. I don't know when that will occur. Could be any day now. Could be. And the treasure trial, which is the ischemic stroke, was 90% complete a month ago. So it's anybody's guess when they will complete enrollment on that. That is a 400-person study. So if it was 90% complete, that means it was 10% incomplete, 10% of 400. Can we do that math?
40.
40. There's 40 more
I'll
events.
clap.
Not events, 40
They
more.
gave me the big bucks.
You know, you don't want events. You don't want events in this study.
No events.
So, but yeah, you want it to hold this low. What is the May 14th low? That would be nice.
Let's see what this low is.
Or that, yeah.
140.
If that breaks, run for the hills.
Yeah, that should not break. In fact, today might be a very nice day to pick some up because of the optimism that I expressed in this channel. If you believe that this is the channel, then this is a very nice place to get in. It's a nicer place to get in than at the top of this little 5-day, 6-day slump when it was $1.77. So it is a bargain, even off of bargain prices. So it's like Macy's reduce the item again. So it was already reduced and it's reduced again. So there's a big sale on Athesis going on. And it's a 1-day sale, maybe. We hope.
Yes, Jiggly, I own Athesis.
Yeah.
I do not. I never have, and maybe I will one day. I don't know.
Well, if you're going to own it, this might be a place to start with a small position and average in.
Yeah, I'm going to wait a day or two.
What you do is you do it Dr. J style. You nibble a little bit, and then you buy the next day, the next week, the next month.
Yeah.
Because really, you're not going to get the ischemic stroke study results until the best you can hope for is end of year. Because it's not been completed. And May 15th, I think 14th was the Helios shareholders meeting where they announced that they're 90% complete. So it took them a couple of years to get that far. If you extrapolate, it might be, I don't know, September till they complete.
Yeah.
If it's September, and then you got to wait 3 months to see the results. So that would be October, November, December. You're probably looking at early part of 2022. They're very good at delaying everything. Oh, the other good news is they have a lot of cash on hand, at least relatively. I think they have enough to get us through these data announcements. And then they'll do their usual pop and dilute. So if it pops, if there's good news, if there's good news and we run up to 3, they'll probably do another offering at 250. That's the way they operate. As soon as it goes up, they dilute.
Right. It's good thing you relieved me of my promise on this stock, but I'm still holding anyway.
No, I think, look, they also have the big stroke study in the US and Europe, and that's probably going to end sometime in 2022. And, time has a way of progressing. So if you're held it this long, like me, I'm not getting rid of it. I can't see myself getting rid of it at this point. Unless there's some really bad news, then I'll give up. But I think I'm still optimistic. Okay, where's Pete? Pete, this is Pete's largest bio holding as well. It's one of
He said he added more.
He added more today?
He added more at 165.
Oh, okay. I might add more after the show. What the heck?
Yeah. Could we do BCRX real quick? I'm just trying to figure out when I should load up again because It's pulling back nicely, but I'm just trying to figure out when it's going to stop.
Okay, I'll give you a couple of possible entry points. Right now, it looks like a falling knife. It's just icky.
Yeah.
You don't want to yet.
Yeah, I was thinking 1490 was one that I saw. I want to see if you agree, like
What about,
1495.
there is
Yeah.
a gap to be filled. Is there not a gap to be filled? I think I saw it quickly.
Yeah, I think it was in the high 14s, if I recall.
Right in here, there's a gap to be filled. Let's draw that gap fill. That might be a spot. If it fills that gap right around here, that's the close is 1475. You called it. You said 1475. You know your numbers.
I mean, I only look at like 4 charts a day, so.
Archer knows his numbers, man. Yeah, 1475 area, it looks like a very good area to come in, or even a little lower than that.
Situation.
If things go really south, you could be looking at 1425.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In that area. I wouldn't touch it.
How far we've come. How far we've come.
Yeah, but right now it just doesn't look. I mean, unless there's news, and I don't know what kind of news it could be. It looks like
there's no news till quarter two revenue. Yeah.
The odds of filling this gap are looking good to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to, of course. It could stop at any time and turn around and make new highs, which is what we hope. We always hope for that. But the thing is, I think the odds favor it going down a little more.
Okay, I'll buy some at 15-ish then. Like,
in other words, before you make new highs at 1770, 1775, that's 2.25 points. I think you're more likely to go down 75 cents, don't you?
Yeah, I think that would make sense. That's when I'll start selling puts and doing all my creative stuff to try to get back in. Yeah,
I mean,
or not get back in, to add. Yeah.
You just take one look at that chart. It broke trend. It broke it's back in the up ascending channel. It broke it broke out of its parabolic formation back to normalcy. It could run to the bottom of this channel, which is also about 14, same number, right? Bottom of that channel would put it at, same number.
I like when those triangles form. Those are my favorite. Like what's that, ascending wedge or whatever it's called.
It sure looks like 1475 is a good number, a good bet.
I'll put in some limits there, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. What else did I have down to look at? Sologenics, SNGX.
Yeah, I can do 2 more and then.
You did LGVN, which I don't know what that is.
Longevity, that one.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
LGVN.
LGVN. I don't own it, but it's another one of those Alzheimer plays. Although they're very early, I don't think they have any clinical trials. I think they're preclinical, but they are an Alzheimer's play, which means hype alone it could run. Novus, of course, we should chart because that's
we have to chart all of them.
I totally believe
I'm looking for to get back in on some of these.
JN had a lot of believability. Why should he lie? Why should he come on and lie? It just doesn't make
about
sense.
the Novus? No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the question is, will I ever have an opportunity to get back on that running train?
Well, you just average in a little bit at a time.
I guess.
Very nice upper trend line on Longeveron, whatever you say it. I would look to pull, being that you have this big red candle today, I'd look to get it even a little cheaper, probably about six. Let's see, what would be the bottom here? 640 would be a good entry point. I think there's general weakness that may not go away in a day. So if you can pick some of these up at really nice prices.
Yeah, the first example being AVXL in terms of that.
Yeah. All right. You want me to chart that before Novus?
Only because that's the only one anybody can afford anymore.
All right. AVXL. It hit 20, right? Didn't it hit 20? It did hit 20. It pulled back today. You have a bearish Harami today. It's more than it's not quite a Harami. Harami is just smaller body. But it's, it's an inside candle. It comes at the end of a big run up. I expect further weakness. Perhaps in all the bios.
Yeah.
Over the next few days, maybe till the end of the week. It wouldn't be shocking if it filled this gap, right? 1550 wouldn't be shocking at all. Probably a good place to re-enter or enter.
Right, somewhere in that gap.
Fill the gap. Very nice. I mean, look how it coincides with March 2nd key high of 1547. So 1550 looks good to me for entry point on this one. We all know the fundamentals, Alzheimer's drug, early stage. I don't know how early. Really not that familiar with the fundamentals. But it's broken out along with the others.
It doesn't have the same exact hype as Anovus and Sava, but
no, it really has the big hype.
Yeah,
and this is hype city right now, and yet it's down with the rest of the bios. Hype and all. They don't go straight. Figure the gap fill right in here or even lower. I think this.
I guess that would be your get back in opportunity, huh?
Yeah. There's always an opportunity.
Because I thought this was a runaway train.
I want to get a big position on this. I'm just waiting.
I bailed on this. I bailed on the BIBE, the Biogen news, figuring that was going to be a nice.
Oh yeah, same.
And they just kept running.
Yeah.
Well, we did
okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about my past. I'm complaining about my future.
That's what we like to do.
So the top of this, the close of this candle is 77.89. I think we get there. I think we fill that gap.
Okay.
So that would be an excellent entry point. Or if you look a little there and you look for the middle of the candle as well. Or middle. Right in there. 73.20. I could see this going down 10 points. Easily. I would buy some at 77.75, some at 73.25 if it continues to fall. And hope that this is so hot that this particular low here, the 2 days in a row, it hit around 65. I think it's good. I think that's going to be good. Even on a major pullback, I think the 64 area looks pretty solid to me. And if not, there's always the middle of this green candle, all the way down at 48.80. This is extremely volatile stock, so any number is possible. They don't go
Really,
straight up.
you believe it's possible it could go back that low again, despite all this great news? Okay.
Absolutely possible. Absolutely. Totally possible. It's a very, very volatile
We have
stock.
to do Sava just to complete the picture.
All right.
So,
Sava.
it's 12:33. All right, I gotta hop off, but I'll see you
All right,
Friday.
thanks for showing up today.
Yeah,
Arthur.
take care. See
Thank
next
you.
week.
72.39, all down 4.5%.
Yeah, no, they're all everything's sort of tapering. I guess it's to be expected.
Yeah.
And so
And
this
the
one's still at the
green,
middle of that candle.
the 9-day is about $70.
Okay.
I think certainly you wait for 70 if you want in on this. I
Okay.
think.
Well, right. It looks like the 9 days is going to be support on this one. Of these two, between Sava and Anovis, which one do you like better?
On the fundamentals, I like Anovis. I think they might have the better drug.
They have a little bit more. They're more broad in their targets. That's the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. I like their approach, targeting 3 different proteins. It's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. I think I would agree.
Chart-wise, they're both tremendous charts. So you can't differentiate much.
Yeah. No, they're looking like Chinese car companies.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to look.
Although we can't talk about that today.
Yeah, not on Biotech Tuesday. We don't do talking. We do strictly biotech.
Right.
So what else did I miss? Do you have the list?
Oh, from your list, you said Sava, Anovis, Anavex. What's SNGX?
Sologenics. It's a low-priced swing trade. SNGX. I view it as a swing trade. Let's see. There was something in the chart that looked interesting to me. Okay, you're stuck again between the 50 and the 9. But it's a low price stock. If it breaks the 50, you could get a run. So maybe you wait for a clear break of the 50. It's so slow loading today.
Yeah.
I've been in this one and out of it a few times for successful swing
You like
trades.
these mini upward trends.
Yes, the 9 is coming up to the 50. A close above the 50, and I think we can challenge the highs back here, April 27th of $1.60. So a break of like $1. What is the 50 date now? $1.23. So a break of $1.23. I think you're looking at $1. What I say, 60? $1.60.
Right up in here.
You go in and you go
Not
in.
the all-time highs, but at least
You go into $1.30, $1.30 looking for 160. So I would put this on my watch list. What was this high here? $1.20. It's got to take this out. The $1.20. Take out the $1.20. Yeah, that's it. Not though. The $1.34 was the high. Take out the $1.30. Take out the $1.34. I think you'll get $1.60, and then you played below the 50 for I don't know. I don't remember.
You got to have that low seems to be more where that inflection point is.
You know something? I saw something when I listed it, and I don't remember what the hell I saw. I like the trend line.
That would say.
I like the trend line. There was something that interested me with this one.
Yeah, this doesn't call swing so much.
Yeah, I don't remember why I listed this one. It's got a nice chart. It ran all the way up from a low of 80, a low of 86 cents to $1.34. That's a nice run. Come back down. I think you just buy it if it comes back down to the 9-day and hold it for a little bit of a run. You know, it's in an ascending channel for a long time. So you're in this channel from all the way from May 13th, over a month. As long as it's true to its upper trend, to its lower trend line, I think this is a good one to be in. That's why I just like the trend line support. Unless somebody asked me to chart it, but I've made money on this one a couple of times. So.
Right.
What else?
KMPH.
This is one that I've been buying into.
Yeah, and while we're on the subject, after that, you should do Sorrento.
All right. Cassia is another one, right?
The last one is Orphan.
Often, okay.
But Ken Farm, it's on your list, and yeah, it has been making some interesting moves.
Yeah, I've been buying it every day. I mean, it's the only stock I own that's green today, I think. One of the few buyers. Tandem was green, but I sold it.
Right.
This one looks really nice. Every day a new high. Today, it didn't make a new high, but it closed in the green.
Anyway. Yeah.
And it's you can't even draw a trend line because it's gone parabolic.
Right. Oh, you don't have that on you.
The chart is just tremendous on this one.
Yeah, this one's on a run, certainly.
Yeah, we like this.
I mean, I jumped in just recently because it was on such a run, but
right,
I wouldn't know when to leave.
We like this ADHD drug. It looks like a good drug. 1123. I lost the number of the high. Every so often that happens, you know.
Yeah, it's good.
Maybe it's $23, something like that. So this is the weekly. We made a new weekly high, another weekly high. We have to take this out from 3.1. The high is 18.15. Take that out, pretty good chance we make new yearly highs. I think we're going to run up to this level. This might be not a bad area to take something off the table if you've been buying it, like I have.
Like you have. You know, I just got in, so I'm going to take a little more of a ride.
Yeah, 1795, 1775. Maybe I take something off the table at that point. I'm very happy with this action on KMPH. We brought this to everyone at $10, and I did a 1-minute video on this on Sunday, and it ran like crazy on Monday. I had perfect timing.
Okay. You do Sorrento now? SRNE?
Which one do you want to do now?
Sorrento.
Sorrento. Sorrento.
I mean, the reason that together thematically is because these are both stocks that Jay's been lukewarm about.
Sorrento is a Kia. Sorrento is a Kia SUV.
The Sorrento is a Kia. All right, well, bad news today, but still on a run up.
Yeah, bad news, but it's still in its sharp upward trend line. Just gave back 5.5% after a big run. This is Jake's favorite stock to rank on.
Right, it's his favorite whipping boy. Well, he's not too crazy about KPMH either. KMPH. Remember, he saw when we talked about it, he poo-pooed it.
Oh, yeah. but not as bad as Sorrento.
No, yes,
Sorrento,
he's very, and if you look on the twits, people are like, well, it's the real deal this time.
yeah, it's different this time.
Right. Isn't that what you say when you're the spouse of an alcoholic?
Yes, it's different this time. It certainly looks different. From a low of $6, it ran to a high the other day, just yesterday, of 10.27. I'll take that move. That's 60% move, 70% move. I'll take it. And the green is going to cross the 200.
Yeah, right now.
The 50, the 100 is above the 200, but the 50 is yet to move. It's not a super bullish chart, but it's come way off the lows, and a little pullback here to the 200 would not be unreasonable. So if it pulls back to 200, we're looking at 876 for an entry point. So if you like Sorrento based on fundamentals, you can buy it at 876. Or you could look for, I didn't draw the perfect trend line anyway, but you could look, yeah, I would say 876.
You had to agree at that bottom, so that's why you did what you did.
Yeah, 876. What else? Anything else?
Well, the last one that you listed was ORPH, and then we could look at some one or two requests because we're hitting that hour.
Is PDUFA on Thursday.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because you were on that one on the twits.
Yeah. I bought it at 10.10.
Is that a daily that you're looking at?
I bought it at 10.10.
Yeah.
And where is it?
10:10 this morning.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't know. I expected another little run. It ran to 77 on, just pure hype, pure spec. They have a drug that failed to phase 3, I think, for sickle cell or something. And this is another indication. If it fails again, they're dead. Dead as a doornail. So if they make it, it's a very high-priced drug. I think it's an orphan disease. I'm not too sure about the fundamentals, to be honest. Jake texted me that he thought it would make another run to 20 before PDUFA. So I got in.
It sounds like a pure gamble is all.
Of course, I don't intend to stay in through PDUFA, but I'm tempted because I do think if it's approved, it'll probably go to 40.
Really?
Yeah, I think. Well, it went to 77 on pure nonsense. If actually approved, it'll probably run to 40. I'm not sure that it's a favorite here to be approved. Probably not. Probably the expectations it won't be approved. I'm not sure. I don't know enough one way or the other to know what the expectations are, but somebody had good expectations when they ran it to 77.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So we're almost at that hour. We're just past that hour point. So
we'll come back and say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah, come back and say goodbye. A lot of people have gotten on since you were charting. We have a lot of our favorites.
I messed up the times today for a change.
Yeah, you told me and what you told the twit people was consistent. So I don't know what other people heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people are pretty satisfied with us, despite the fact that today's a pretty down day, and we may be heading into a down month, the down rest of the month.
Jim Lee's not going to be happy unless I come up with another 10-bagger.
Well,
Do you think all
yeah,
the
well,
PA
you know, look,
should be-
if he has all of his money in BCRX, he should be happy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. He spelled professors correctly this time.
The way we say it is the way he spelled it, right?
Yeah, no, the last time he called us permfesters with a V. Yeah, no, Patrick's really.
Some people are
We got a lot of
Sorrento believers.
positive on that.
Patrick is a Sorrento believer. Very best of luck to you on that one.
Indeed, indeed.
We like our viewers to make money.
Yes.
Make money. You want me to charge you
this week, which is great.
the next time because it's not a biotech.
Yeah, it's not a
I want
bio.
to be biotech.
And yeah, have we ever? We never really pumped this one up anyway, really.
What are we going to say? We're going to say sayonara.
Yes, we are
Au
going to say
revoir.
our goodbyes because it's been an hour.
Thank you for joining us today. Do not forget to subscribe because that's how we pay the rent, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Need
Pays
that.
for all this wonderful internet service that
Did
we
we
have.
do our? I don't know. Remember if we did our usual disclaimer, which is don't believe a
Right.
word was said
Because it's just us talking.
because we don't know because we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
You're just tapping into our phone calls. This is the way we talk when we're not on the air. And
Yeah,
we're doing
just talking. We're just talking like a couple of friends. You know, we're not serious. We're kidding around.
Exactly.
But when it comes to money, we don't really kid around. We are kind of serious. Money sobers us up a little. So, in any event, we own the diligence. Our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Past performances are no guarantee of future successes. And
Correct.
so on and so forth. And what else can we say?
Let's just say we'll see you soon. Goodbye,
See you
Mrs.
on
Calabash. wherever you are.
Friday. On Friday.
Yeah.
On Friday. Hasta luego. Ciao. Thumbs
Bye-bye.
up for us. Thumbs up for our viewers. Thumbs up, period. By the way, don't forget when you watch the show to read our viewers' comments. It's a show within the show. You learn a lot. Bye.